What's going on, guys? Welcome back. CobraPacks here, and we have a juicy video today. Lots to talk about. Kind of some shady business, in my opinion. It seems sketchy. Grading card companies are already sketchy, um, except for Tag. I will say Tag, I feel like is the only one. I wish they would gain more traction because at least with Tag, you get a report saying why your card got dinged or whatever they see, and something's actually verifiable, which the other grading card companies you don't get anything, and they're just like, yeah, you got a 9 because you got a 9. But if you guys didn't hear, we have a new special over on the website CobraPacks.com. Custom engraved, laser engraved binders, 25% off all the way until Christmas. If you want the binders for Christmas, get your orders in soon. I know shipping's already starting to get backed up, and we're already 15 days from Christmas. All right, we can do anything for you guys. Names on the binders, different master sets. If you see a set that's not standard on the website and you want a new one, I will do it for you. I will get it designed custom for you. No additional cost to get a custom design. Just hit me up, okay? On Twitter, email, everything's on the website or on Twitter. But let's get into the video. I'm gonna break it down real quick. So this happened originally, let's look at the date, December 4th, so about a week ago. All right, boom. All right, so this is the big controversy. Started with Preston. Pretty much he said he submitted a bunch of the same cards, Pikachu and Zekrom GX cards that are pretty expensive. They're pretty expensive cards if they PSA 10. But by no means are they cheap. Let's just say that by no means are they cheap. PSA 10s, they're pretty expensive. Okay, so he submits a bunch of these cards. PSA comes back and says, "Hey, we graded your cards. Here's what he got back from PSA. You can see, hey, this is a PSA 9. Here's the certification number, and here is the value for this card." And then PSA will make an offer to buy back at that lower value, pretty much at the lowest value. So you can see like it's estimated a PSA 9 is $36 to $63. PSA will pretty much give you a payout of the lower amount. So you could see here, they offer him, I don't know, I don't really understand. Oh, wait. I don't really understand why they're all lower amounts. But you can see here's the offer, $35, $35, $35. Now, what you won't see is that these say PSA 9, but after he sells them back, they switched the certification number to PSA 10. They bought PSA 10s from me for less than PSA 9 value because they showed me the wrong grades, or did they change them after the fact? So I don't know if, because here it says PSA 10. So he's saying that they switched out the grades after the fact, because here you see a PSA 9, $35. Either way, they quoted him wrong. And then you could see here the same certification, 8908, Jim meant 10. Offer was accepted at the offer of a PSA 9. So you can see here 8908, it was a PSA 9, PSA 9, and then here you can see 80908, it was a 10. See that? That's the whole controversy, and they're all 10s. But he sold them back to PSA either after they switched it or they were in the system wrong. That's a controversy. This blew up. This got literally over 500,000 views. But the offer is still 30. If you look up the cert, sure enough, it's a 10. So Jim at 10. They're offering him less than what a PSA 9 is valued at. So 11 certifications were shown to me as a PSA 9, and now they are showing 10. So all these were showing 9s originally, and he sold back 3 of them. Now, he probably at some point he realized, wait, whoa, they're actually tens, and then he stopped. Um, little weird, little weird going on, right? It's a little strange. Now, this is where the controversy comes in. Now, I think other than tag, I will say other than tag, because tag actually shows you why you got a grade and what was wrong with the card. Was the centering off? Was there a ding? Was there a little paint that came off? Or it shows you wear and tear and it shows you a report. I wish PSA would do that. I know you don't have to do an AI grading like Tag does, but you could at least give us a report, a quick report like, hey, the centering's off. Boom. It went from a 9 to a 10 or a 10 to a 9. Something like that. Or hey, there's a little scuff here and circle the scuff in a report. I don't feel like it would take too long. Um, and their turnaround time's already garbage. So there's that. So the controversy continues. So just 2 days ago, Jeff Wilson, owner of he has a podcast. He owns um Cards HQ in LA. I think it's LA. Maybe it's Atlanta. It could be Atlanta because I see he's in Atlanta. Oh, here. Let's see. Atlanta. It's in Atlanta. Okay, so Atlanta. So he owns the card shop in Atlanta. So he tweets out, so he's a big guy in the hobby, sports cards, Pokemon. He's a big guy, right? So he's a lot of people know him. He's influential. He has his own podcast where he specifically talks about sports cards, Pokemon cards. He has a lot of influence, right? He tweets out this 2 days ago. Do you really believe that a billion-dollar company would endanger their whole business by skimming a few bucks by changing grades on cheap Pokemon cards they bought back? No way, I don't buy it, the juice. Wouldn't it be worth the squeeze? Now, he's pretty much saying this one deal probably didn't change too much money and that it's not worth the fact that it doesn't make sense for them to do it because it's not that much money. However, you could say that if you knew for a fact this was a one-time thing. Okay? First of all, you can't, because if a business is scummy and deceitful now, what's saying that they're not scummy and deceitful for the last 20 years that they've been in business in different aspects? And honestly, fraud's been around forever. There's huge companies that get caught with fraud, owners of companies that get caught with fraud. So I just don't think you can say, oh, it's just a few bucks. It's a few bucks for here, but what if these were Umbreons? What if these were prismatic Umbreons, right? Then you charge someone below PSA 9 value and they're actually PSA 10s, then it's what? What's that then? Because it shouldn't matter. It's not the amount of money. It's the principle, and you can't. I just don't think. I think it's very irresponsible to just come out and say, "Oh, it's not a few bucks." Doesn't matter. That's kind of what they hope you say, right? So, anyway, and then this guy, so he said, I think this guy described what happened correctly here, and this is by the way, a terrible way to take it. What happened is process of reviewing the grade, blah, blah, blah. The customer accepted the buy as PSA 10s during that same window. Some grades got bumped during that time. I'm just confused with, if someone accepted a buy now offer as a PSA 9, some grades then got bumped during that time? Is that even a thing? Can cards even get bumped after the fact? Like, hey, we'll take this card as a PSA 9, and then once you accept it, we bump it? I'm pretty sure that if it's a legit company, they have to grade it, they have to encapsulate it, and they have to say, this is a PSA 9, this is what we're offer for your PSA 9. But if you can even offer to buy cards and then bump them, that's shady. shady. All right. So this says PSA didn't do anything wrong. I don't think you can, like, you can't, with concrete, you can't just say that. You have no idea. And if anything, was doing the customer a solid by having his order given a second look. So PSA misgrades cards, possibly. They them say it's a PSA 9. They offer you a PSA 9. And then after the fact, they bump it up to a PSA 10. And they're doing the solid. I think doing a solid would be just like grading my cards, whatever they are, and then offering me the amount that they're worth. I think that would be a solid. Hmm. Hmm. So I don't really understand that statement. I didn't really understand that one. So just go back on Jeff. Oh, before this, I need to go back because Jeff Wilson, who said, "Hey, do you think this company would do it because they're scamming a few or skimming a few bucks off the top?" First of all, it's irrelevant because you don't know which car. It's the principle, not how much they're worth, and you don't know if they've done this before. So irrelevant. Come to find out, just yesterday, then, what do you know? PSA Submission Center is coming to Cards HQ on December 13th, making it easier for you to submit your collectibles. So the next day that Jeff defends PSA, they announced that they're now all of a sudden coming to your store. Totally non-biased, right? Couldn't this statement's totally non-biased, right? You have no reason to defend the company that's gonna be coming to your store in a couple days. Hmm. Totally, totally irrelevant. No, I get it. Hmm. Okay. Um. So yeah, this is Jeff Wilson, owner of Cards HQ, a huge store in Atlanta, by the way, huge store. Um, there's yeah, YouTube big guy in the hobby. He just came out with this video actually talking about literally what my video is about. So I actually kind of want to do a reaction to this video on a separate video because I just saw that he made this, but I wanted to get this out. I don't know. This seems really really messy. Um, like I said, and I've always said, PSA, they don't have transparency in why you're getting grades. And if they had transparency, if they had a report, things like this wouldn't happen where their cards get bumped up or misgraded. Tag, Tag, and I have no, by the way, I have no affiliation with any grading company. The only reason I like Tag, and if another grading company came out with this, I would like them equally. Okay, I have no leg in the game. I have no affiliation. I don't care about how Tag does. I don't care about PSA does. But Tag does have going for it a report that says this is exactly why you got this grade based on centering, damage, corners, surface, all that stuff. They tell you exactly why. If PSA, I don't know why, but if PSA really did that, if they gave you a quick report, I'm pretty sure they would just corner the market completely. Like, I know a lot of people have switched to Tag one because their graded cards, the look is very clean. In my opinion, it's the best looking graded card. But the second reason is literally because at least with Tag, I know why I know why I got this. And theoretically, if you have a Tag 10 and you had that report, if you were to crack that card and submit it to PSA, it should automatically be a 10 because you literally have a report that says, by definition, there's nothing wrong with this card, right? Versus if you crack a PSA 10 and send it somewhere else, it could get it could get a tag 9, it could get a CGS 9. You have no idea, right? So just my 2 cents. Last thing, once again, binders website, CobraPacks.com, 15 days till Christmas. We'll see you guys next time.